What is going on, college basketball fans? Welcome back to another video. Today, we are ranking the top 20 point guards in college basketball heading into this upcoming season. This is part of our preseason content. We're doing this for every single position. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that new hype button. We're almost to 10,000 subs. Help your boy out. This is going to be such a good college basketball season. I can't believe we are almost here. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, real quick, let's go over some honorable mentions. These are guys who just missed the list, and we do have 7 guys here, so it's really like a top 27. These would be my next guys on the list. Quinn Peterson very narrowly made the list. It was very close. He is my number 21. He is the point guard for Washington. Very good player that they got out of the transfer portal. Very excited to see him play there at Washington. They are definitely going to be a sleeper team in the Big Ten. Pop Isaacs, he got picked up by Texas A&M, going to be playing at Buckyball. He was actually really good last season at Creighton, definitely playing his best ball of his collegiate career before he went down with an injury. He was pretty good at Texas Tech, but was looked at as kind of a shot chucker, but a really good three-point shooter. Transferred over to Creighton, was playing his best ball, and got hurt. So now he's on Texas A&M, playing for Buckyball, high-powered offense. Excited to see what he can do there. Silas DeMario was a really good point guard for Georgia last year, led them to the NCAA tournament last year, transferred over to UConn. He is going to be paired there with Solo Ball, shooting guard, to be a very dynamic backcourt there in Stores. So I'm very excited to see what he can do there for UConn, making another push for their 3rd championship in 4 years if they can get it done this year. Elliot Cadeau, another transfer point guard, this one from North Carolina, went up to Michigan to play for Dusty May. I think he's going to be an excellent fit there. I think he's going to be a good, honestly, perfect player for Dusty May here, and I think he's definitely going to improve. I think he's underrated defensively and a very good playmaking point guard. I think he needs to work on his shooting a little bit, but really good. Just narrowly missed our list. Aiden Holloway, he is going to be one of the guys there for Alabama this year. No more Mark Sears, as he was a senior last year. Aiden Holloway is going to be the starting point guard. He just barely missed my list. I think they are going to kind of dominate as a unit this year in Nate Oates' offense, but I do expect his production to be higher than what it has been the last couple of years that he's been in college. So I do expect him to have an extended role. Just barely missed our list. Jeremy Fears Jr. is a guy that I definitely think has a lot of potential, maybe one of the highest potentials on this honorable mention list to how high he could move up throughout the season. He's the point guard for Michigan State, showed flashes last year, and I think he's a really good playmaker. He got hurt and didn't play the beginning of last season, but was really starting to turn up towards the end of last year. I think him and Cohen Carr are really going to be huge factors in how good Michigan State is going to be this year. We'll see if if not both of them, can break out. And then we got Malik Thomas, transfer, heading up to Virginia from San Francisco. Very good scoring point guard in Malik Thomas. We will see how it transfers to Virginia basketball, but they got a lot of good transfers. Malik Thomas, one of them, barely missed this list. I'm also going to go ahead and throw Jason Edwards up there, rocking the Providence t-shirt. Got to show Providence some love. Another kind of similar to Malik Thomas in the fact that he is a very score-first point guard. I think he averaged 17 points per game and only 1 assist and 1 rebound last year for Vanderbilt. So he's going up to Providence. We'll see how he will do. Let's get into the top 20. All right, guys, here we do have our top 10 first. Let's go over it, and then we will get to our 11 through 20. So number 1 is Braden Smith. I think he's one of the best players in college basketball, if not the best player in college basketball, and is definitely the best point guard. It wouldn't surprise me if he averaged probably 9 or 10 assists this upcoming season, especially with how stacked that Purdue roster is looking. Super excited to watch him play. One of the best players in college basketball this season. Senior year, veteran point guard, played in a national championship game, and his pass is just so much fun to watch. Braden Smith is awesome. Just I'll leave it there. Number 2, we do have Donovan Dent. There are so many good point guards in college basketball. I think Braden Smith, number 1. Donovan Dent would be my number 2. He is the transfer from New Mexico, heading to play for the Bruins this season, and he's immediately taking UCLA into being a preseason top 15 team, and they are back on the map. And I think he is a big difference maker. I'm not sure if they're going to jump that much. As I mentioned in my last video reacting to the AP poll, I do think UCLA was a little bit high, but I do think Donovan Dent, one of the best point guards in the country. If anyone can carry them up that high, it would be him. I think he is an excellent player. Super good playmaker, driver to the basket, mid-range shooter. Him and our number 3 here, PJ Haggerty, very similar in that fact where they're not the best three-point shooters. They can shoot the three-point ball. I think Donovan Dent a little bit better of a three-point shooter, but very much so good on defense, good playmakers, good at driving to the rack, and good at the mid-range. Just overall great playmakers here in Donovan Dent and PJ Haggerty. Both probably need to work on their three-point shot a little bit, but great all-around players. Number 4, we do have Bennett Sturts. I mean, he is a tall point guard, kind of similar to Donovan Dent in that fact, but he does play differently. He is a pretty good shooter. He's a 3-level scorer, kind of more of a scorer, I'd say, than Donovan Dent, as far as he's looking more towards scoring than the pass first. I mean, Donovan Dent can definitely look for the score, but I think he's a little bit better of a passer than Bennett Sturts, which is why I have Sturts down here at number 4. I'm interested to see what Sturts can do at the Power 5 level, transferring from Drake to Iowa. He was so good last year in the NCAA tournament, playing against Power 5 opponents in his 2 tournament games there at Drake this past season in the first and second round. So I think that Bennett Sturts is going to be awesome for Iowa. I don't think he's going to lose a step jumping from the mid-major to the Power 5, which is why I have him this high here at number 4. Number 5, I do have Josh Hubbard. You guys know how high of praise I give Josh Hubbard on this YouTube channel. I think he is maybe one of the best scoring point guards in college basketball. I mean, he can literally give you 30 on any given night. And he plays for Mississippi State. I feel like he doesn't get much love as far as the national stage, so I try to give him a lot of love here on this channel. Super fun to watch and super loyal player. He's heading into his 3rd season at Mississippi State. And he's been super loyal to Chris Jans in that Mississippi State basketball program. So I'm excited to see him hopefully go off once again this year and be a first-round draft pick by the end of the season. I think he will be. Next up, we do have Boogie Fland, the transfer from Arkansas, former 5-star point guard recruit who played for the Razorbacks and John Calipari last year. He's transferring to the defending national champions in Florida Gators to try to replace Walter Clayton Jr. That is a lot to ask for, but I actually think there are facets of his game where they're not going to play like they did last year. They just point blank and simple do not have the same type of players. Boogie Fland is not that similar of a player to Walter Clayton Jr. Boogie Fland is more of a playmaking pass-first point guard, whereas Walter Clayton was an amazing three-point shooter and one of the best three-point shooters in the country and can score at will, it seemed like, and was super clutch. So it's a different play style, but I do think that Boogie Fland is still a top 10 point guard heading into this season. I think he's going to be much improved. We'll see if he can work on improving that three-point shot a little bit. If he does, they are going to be very dangerous to possibly repeat because they are also bringing in Xavier Lee, who I am classifying as a shooting guard because I believe he will be starting at the 2 with Boogie Fland starting at the 1 for Florida this year. So he will probably be in my top shooting guards video, but if he was classified as a point guard as well, he could definitely make this top 20 list. But I do have Boogie Fland here at number 6, and with that returning front court, Florida is definitely going to be a problem once again this year. Number 7, I do have Tahad Pettiford, sophomore. It's going to be his team this year. They're at Auburn. He is going to be, in my opinion, possibly a lottery draft pick this year after this season. I think he is going to be a breakout sophomore, and we have a few more we're going to talk about here later One of them's down there at number 10. But I think there are a lot of sophomore point guards this year who were pretty good last year in their freshman season, but decided to stay at college. I think are really going to break out this year. Todd Pettifor, definitely one of them. I think he's going to average close to 20 points per game this upcoming season for the Tigers. Next up at number 8, we do have Jackson Shellstad for the Oregon Ducks. I think that he is a super good point guard. Could have an even bigger of a breakout season this upcoming year as far as scoring. I think Oregon is a super underrated team heading into this year. I couldn't believe that they weren't ranked in the top 25 preseason, but in my opinion, it won't be long until they are ranked once the season begins. Number 9, we do have Jacoby Gillespie, a transfer from Maryland. He was the point guard of the Crab Five at Maryland last season, who made it to the Sweet 16. Transferred over to Tennessee. Tennessee has gotten some really good transfers the last few years. 2 years ago, it was Dalton Knecht. Last year, it was Chaz Lehner. This year, their big transfer get is Jacoby Gillespie, and he's a point guard. He's on this top 20 point guards list here at number 9. Very good shooter, very good playmaker. He is replacing Zakai Ziegler. Let's see what he can do there for Rick Barnes. I think he is going to be very, very good. And number 10 is another one of those sophomores who I think is just going to break out. I mean, he was really good as a freshman last year at Baylor, and that is Rob Wright III. He was so good. Bucket getter, good playmaker. I think he is going to plug right into this BYU offense and be just perfect for what they need on this team. I think he is definitely going to be a top 10 point guard in college basketball this year. I'm very excited to watch this BYU team play. And yeah, let's get into 11 through 20. All right, guys, 11 through 20. Here we go. Milos Uzan. He was a runner-up on this Houston team, point guard for this Houston team last year, where they made it all the way to the national championship game. He is back. There are, it is possible Kingston Flemings, their 5-star point guard freshman coming in, could start, but I think that he is going to come off the bench, and Milos Uzan is still going to be the starter. I mean, he was the starter point guard for them, led them all the way to the championship. I think they would run it back with him. Lengthy, long, defensive point guard who could score when they need him to as well, plays his role excellently. Got him here at number 11. Number 12, we do have Jalen Lowe, another lengthy point guard transfer from Pitt. He is now a Kentucky Wildcat. I think that he is going to be very key for this Kentucky team. Not so good of a three-point shooter at all, but a really good playmaker, really good finisher at the rim, and if he can improve his shooting a little bit, that is going to make this Kentucky offense very, very scary, but a very good defender as well. Number 13, we do have Bruce Thornton, the point guard for Ohio State. I think Ohio State could possibly be a sleeper. There are quite a few sleepers, in my opinion, in the Big Ten. I think it is actually a pretty deep conference this year. Ohio State, very interested to see how good they will be this year and if they can make the March Madness tournament this season. Next up, we do have Ian Jackson, another one of those sophomores I was talking about that could have a breakout season at number 14. At number 15, right behind him, is another one of those sophomores in Chris Anderson. I think that both of them could have some breakout seasons. Ian Jackson, transfer from North Carolina. He is now going to be the starting point guard for St. John's, and Rick Barnes, the head coach there for the Johnnies, and I think he provides some really good three-point shooting that St. John's was really missing last season, and really good, just an all-around scorer. I think he is going to be a super good scoring point guard, very improved from his freshman year. He showed a ton of flashes. And Chris Anderson, another one of those freshman point guard last year that showed flashes for Texas Tech, and I had to delete some of his name there, but Christian Anderson wouldn't fit on the screen. But Christian Anderson, super good player. I am very excited to see his extended role this year for Texas Tech. It is really, he's going to get a ton of minutes in that backcourt, and I'm excited to see it. Texas Tech's going to be good once again. Coach McCaslin, really good. One of the best players in college basketball, and JT Toppin returning for him as well. We got Christian Anderson here at 15. 15. Number 16, we do have our first freshman on this list, and that's Michael Brown Jr., point guard for Louisville. I do believe he is going to be the starting point guard. And yes, I do have freshmen on this list, even though we haven't seen them play in college. You know, we've still seen them play other places before, and Michael Brown Jr. looks to be legit, and I think that he is going to be a top 20 point guard in college basketball his first year. I think he is going to have a very good year playmaking, scoring wise for Louisville this season. And right behind him, I do have Caleb Foster, another sophomore here for Duke. Definitely going to have an extended role. I would say he is going to be the starting point guard, but it also could be Caden Boozer as well. I think he's probably going to be a backup as a freshman, and Caleb Foster will probably be the starter. I do think that he does have the talent to be a top 20 point guard. We will see how much production he does actually have, though. Number 18, we do have another freshman, Darius Acuff Jr. I think he's going to have a big role for Arkansas this year. I'm not sure exactly if Boogie Fland was going to start over him if he did end up staying at Arkansas. I would assume so, but with Boogie Fland leaving, Darius Acuff is going to be the starting point guard with DJ Wagner probably at the 2 guard. They also got Malik Thomas, another freshman guard coming in, who probably could play the 2 or the 3. So I do think Darius Acuff Jr. will be the starting point guard for the Razorbacks, and I think he is going to be awesome right away, just like Michael Brown Jr., the 2 freshmen I do have on this list. Number 19, I do have Deaton Thomas, transfer from UNLV. He was a beast last year for the Rebels, transferring over to play some SEC basketball at LSU, and very good scoring point guard, ton of talent there. I think he was only a sophomore last year, so he's still only a junior. Super solid player. Excited to see what he can do at the Power 5 level. And number 20 was, I did go back and forth, but I decided to go with a reliable veteran point guard in Taman Lipsey, who has been a very solid defender, especially in getting steals. And also, you know, scoring when he needs to at points for Iowa State. But if I was going based on pure talent, I maybe wouldn't put Taman Lipsey above some of the honorable mentions that I did have, but he had to be on this list. I had to show him some respect because, honestly, mostly because of his defense and how valuable he is to this team. So I would like to see him improve as far as scoring this year. I think it is possible, but if he does, he could skyrocket up this list and be a top 10 point guard in college basketball this year. So let me know what you guys think about my list, guys. What would you change? Who would you have higher? Who would you have lower? And who got snubbed? Let me know down below in the comment section. And let me know if you guys are excited to see the rest of the positions. Shooting guards will be next. Ton more preseason college basketball content coming your way, including previewing all the Power 5 conferences and breaking down all the teams in those conferences when we do those videos. Preseason bracketology is coming out here soon as well, guys. So subscribe, almost to 10K. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching.